Chances are, with prices rapidly falling for used graphics cards, many people are out there looking on the market to grab a good deal from used cards. Or is there really such a good deal with miners? I personally have bought 3 or 4 different graphics cards recently, all using the tips and tricks in this video. My goal today is to help you in noticing small details that make a big difference on how long your card lasts and the quality of the card you get. Today we examine the top ways to avoid running into problems when you're out purchasing a new used GPU. Hopefully somebody watching this video can be saved from either being scammed or forking out a large amount for a GPU that breaks in a month or two. Today I will list multiple things to check before you buy used. Why you should buy a used GPU, because yes, there is a reason. In order to understand what you're going up against, we need to understand the dangers you face when buying new cards. Well, semi-new cards. First off, chances are the person you are buying from, your used cards or such, has overclocked and mined on the card for a long period of time. The person has determined just about the average time it takes for a card to die. This person has also then decided to sell you the card online. You show up to see if the card works, buy it, and head home. And after a month of playing on your new GPU, enjoying some awesome FPS and resolutions, your card suddenly dies, leaving you with no warranty and no glorious 60 FPS. This is no exaggeration either, as there are many forums online that have calculated the exact amount of time the card will last at a level of overclocking. And sadly, with more miners selling the cards over gamers, it became a dangerous game. Most of the gamers I knew sold their cards in order to make some serious bank at the height of the crypto craze. Now, only the miners have cards, and with crypto pretty much over, they all want to cash out, meaning you have a large number of used cards that were mined on that are on the market right now. So why get a used card then? Well, first off, used cards can be substantially cheaper, especially if you're buying from a trusted source, like a friend. Another thing is some places offer warranties for the card itself, even used. I've seen 6 months to multiple years offered under warranty. So be smart and follow these tips and tricks, and you should be pretty safe. To start things off in this video, this is not a guarantee that the person took care of their card, but this does have a large likelihood of being accurate and an awesome track record. These are the various tips and tricks I've learned from my past experiences. I hope you enjoy. So since you're watching this video, you most likely already know that you always check the card, check the card that it works, all those things like that. Ask the person to show you the card running in the past system. It gives you a great opportunity to look it over. Most likely, if they're willing to show you the system, it wasn't a crypto, and it wasn't a crypto mine. Also, if they did have it in the past system, then they're most likely not too serious about crypto mining, or maybe never mind on it at all. If a person refuses to show you a card in the system, don't buy it. If they look like they threw the card into a junk system just to hide it and show you it working and keep it out of their crypto mine and not show you the crypto mine, and it's not their old gaming PC, don't buy the card either. Also, make sure you boot into OS and check the card's identity from there, as a different shroud can be easily added, and though this can be faked as well, the OS is a little bit more difficult, and at that point, that's getting into illegal things as it is. Next trick is to ask questions. Lots of them. People don't mind if they have good intentions. Ask about their favorite game to play on it, when they got the card, how much they played on it. One of my favorite is to ask about a time when they had issues with the card due to drivers, as most likely a person has run into some issue with the card in a year's time or so, or the period in which they've owned the card. Ask them if they've cleaned it or not. It tells you that's something you may have to do. All these questions are pretty simple. If they struggle with this, they may also be a miner and avoid their cards. This also means they may just struggle coming up with answers, and this may look like a lot of different things, fidgeting, things like that. Next up, we move to physical traits and objects. The more of these, the more likely the person cared about the card. Yes, some people throw away everything, but the card is a good majority like to have the boxes on showcase. Crypto miners most likely do not have enough space to store large quantities of boxes already while they're keeping large quantities of, graphics cards to wait, and of course use these to wait for resale. Another thing is these little connector protectors. See if a person has a few in the card with them. These protectors, especially missing a few, show that the person uses the card for video output and most likely not mining. You can still get a lot of information from the box, and if the box is available, check the information about the release and copyright information. It shows how old the card is and gives you a hint on how much it's been used for. Let's also talk about different styles of cards. Non-blower style cards, the one I have here, are preferred over blower style cards for mining. This means a blower card is less likely to have been used for mining, though I'd not recommend buying a card if it does not meet the criteria above, as many people still buy plenty of blower style cards because they were cheaper to mine on, and this is simply because this has a higher clock rate than a blower style card. So now, for a few things not to worry about. I said earlier that a few of the items that came with the card are okay to have missing. The connector protectors are one, but don't expect any plastic wrap, and maybe the paper on the outside of the box. Who would want to leave another person to have all the fun with the plastic wrap? Not me. And personally, I like to save the boxes, not really the paper around them. My original graphics card, the one I have in the system, doesn't even have the paper around it. I just have the basic box and the foam insert that came with it. Though my brother did keep his, it all depends. May I also remind you, if you don't feel comfortable about something or it seems off, there are plenty of other cards out there, and do not feel bad turning a person down because you do not like something. Not to mention, NVIDIA cards are now on sale at their MSRP on their site, and prices are falling like crazy. I would instead be on the lookout for a new card close to the same price or even lower. Plus, new cards are always out around the corner and dropping the price of this generation's cards even lower. Ask questions. I offer the comment sections of this video and or my tech Discord server in the description of this video if you have questions with your buying experience. I promise to answer everyone. Also, if this video helped you, please drop a like so YouTube's magical algorithms will show it to another person and maybe save them from the same troubles. Thank you for watching. Check out my channel for other cool tech related things. Goodbye.